Hello and welcome to Technology Simplicity official channel at YouTube. Okay, as the vaccinations is very important in all over the countries, and a lot of people actually started to urge the citizens to register themselves, especially the state government, or I will say area management wanted to do registration form. And despite their time slot and availability, this kind of condition, so it's quite hard to be configured using Google Form. So what I'm going to share with you is using a simple website with everything free. I'm talking about WordPress website. It's free. With the hosting, you can easily find a lot of managed WordPress website in the market. Then we're going to using a free plugin as well to do all the submissions. So today I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, let's take a look. First, come to this guy. Just go to jangole.com. Okay. Next thing you're going to do is, okay, give me one moment, just one. Okay, come to this website, jangole.com. Then the next thing you're going to do is click this site. Just click create a site. Okay, give it some time. Okay, I'm going to cut it. Okay, when you come here, just choose the free package because the paid one is only needed when you go for e-commerce or much more complicated and powerful website. So right now, what you're going to do is I will suggest you just choose the minimalist. Okay, a simple minimalist will be done because all you need is just a simple form. So I'm going to name my site as a COVID-19 pandemic vaccination appointment form. Then the URL, I'm going to call it such a long name lah. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, when it's done, just continue to the next step, which is require some of your personal information. Okay, I'm going to put, for example, pandemic COVID-19. Maybe I call it COVID-19 pandemic lah. Then I'm going to put some email, then a password. Okay, then create account. As simple as this. It's so simple. Okay, give you a few seconds. Okay, after you create this site, okay, all you need to do is log in. Just log in. Okay, when you reach this guy here, just type in the email address or the username, then the password. Log in. Okay, then you will get into your dashboard. Voila, your website is here. Okay, I'm not going to save my website. Okay, ignore everything here. Okay, I'm not going to cover all these dashboard statistics here. So what we're going to do is we go to this plugin. We're going to activate the form builder plugin for you to create a form. Okay, the next thing I will call it Forminator. Okay, just activate this guy, Forminator Pro. Don't worry, I know the Pro usually means you need to pay, right? But it's already covered under Jangole Cloud. Yeah, this is one of the good thing about you create a website using a managed WordPress hosting lah. Okay, after you activate it, you shall see this guy called Forminator Pro. So what I'm going to do is I click this guy called Forms. Okay, I'm going to create a new form. Okay, for that, let me double check. I'm still here. Okay, cool. I'm going to cut this part. Okay, let's go back. Okay, I'm going to create this form. Okay, by the way, this part is not important. I'm just going to dismiss the notice. Else it's quite annoying, right? Okay, when you come here, I'm going to create one new form and then I'll start with a blank. Okay, because I have exactly know what I'm going to do, then I'm going to put the name. Okay, this name, it won't appear in the website. Okay, for me, I'm just as a reference so that I will know if I'm created a lot of forms in the near future, right? Okay, once it's done here, I'm going to insert a few fields. So what I need is I need appointment section. I will need name, identity card, phone number, and home address. Okay, cool. So I'm going to need name, phone number, address. I'm going to ask them to insert identity number, but I'm going to use input because there might be some unexpected variations. I'm not going to limit to just numbers. Okay, if a normal Malaysian IC is usually just numbers, but there are still some cases, and this is vaccination, and we try to cover all kinds of scenario. I don't want to limit anything. Then I'm going to ask them to choose time slot here. So total 5. Cool. Let's insert. So the very first thing is I wanted them to choose their time slot. So I'm going to put their appointment session. Oops, sorry. I'm going to put here label. Okay, under the option, I'm going to put in this time. Yeah, just put in the time. Then add more motion. Okay, because the scenario right now, which is each of the time slot of the appointment section is limited just 200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to setting here. Okay, number 1 is I want to make sure they choose. Number 2 is I'm going to make sure there's some limit. Okay, I'm going to put enable. Okay, when you click enable, go back to the labels. Then from each of the option, when you click this guy, okay, you will realize there's something we call submission limit. So I'm going to put 201. Okay, the reason I put the 201 here, although supposed to be each of it is 200 because I'm going to test this form in a short while. So I'm going to including my testing data. Yeah, simple logic thinking lah. So 200, 200 each. 200, 200. Okay, when it's done, simple as that. Double check on the setting. I'm going to require no need this. I don't need the search box, and they enable the limit submission. Okay, limit submission of each option to a certain number, and once an option reach the submission limit, we will hide that option from the top list. That is something cool, right? Because that is what you need. Okay, calculation, nothing much. Sounding visibility, nothing. Apply. So it's done. Whenever you update the field, you shall see this icon here to remind you that you actually make the changes to the field. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to call it not just name now. I'm going to put with a Mandarin words, and then I want to remind them to follow their IC. Okay, placeholder means what you want to put inside the field when it's empty. I don't want to put anything. Okay, I want to put required. So it's like a compulsory. If you didn't fill up, it will actually prompt you with an error message. Apply. Next thing is I'm going to put phone number. Okay, phone number. And again, I don't want to confuse anybody, so I don't want to put placeholder. I put required. Here it is supposed to be you can make sure they submitted the real phone number format, but again, I don't want to limit anything, so I'm just put in none. Okay, then for address, I'm going to write in Mandarin. I'm saying that. Okay, let's put it down. Relabel it in a way, placeholder nothing. Apartment, okay. City, I don't want to put anything in the placeholder. State, zip code. Okay, because I'm trying to create this form for Malaysia, so I'm going to put the default country in Malaysia. Supposingly, this is not necessary, but I'm still putting it lah. Okay, under the setting, okay, for the address, I will say require. Okay, for apartment and suite, not necessary because not everyone living in the high-rise building, like a condo apartment or stuff. Then for city, yes, it's quite important. State, yes, very important. Postal code, yes. And for country, I will leave it. since I already preset the fields to supporting Malaysia in terms of showing Malaysia at the first place. So it's done. I click apply. Lastly, I'm going to put this as what we call identity card number. Okay, let's put here. Okay, I want to put required, but I don't want to set anything else. Done. Okay, so name, IC, phone, address. Okay, now let's take a quick look at the preview of your forms. Okay, now you get your form. See, it is very easy. Okay, let us twist a little bit more. Okay, for example, this is when you see the first one will be shown in terms of 8 a.m., right? I don't want to show it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this guy. I'm going to add one more option. I'm going to call please select. And I'm going to put in Chinese word 请选择. Okay. Value nothing. Submission limit, I'm going to put 0. Because eventually I don't want anybody to choose this guy. Right? Okay, actually you want to put 200 as you can, but I don't think nobody will choose it. Okay, it's fine. I just leave it there. Okay, then you put apply. So magically, this will be much more make sense. So when people see this, please select, they will automatically click here and choose the slot that they want. Okay, so you have your form. The next thing it's going to do is you have to put a proper terms in terms of send message. I'm going to change it to submit appointment. Oops, you forgot some data, but can you try to double check and fill up? Okay, submit appointment is done. So the next thing is you just click next on this appearance. Let's click here. So in terms of this kind of forms, I'm going to choose material, which is much more cleaner. Yeah, something I prefer. Nothing much you need to worry about here. Let's go to behavior. Okay, so here is after the submission, what you want your user to see. So I'm going to hide the form, hide the whole form, and saying thank you for submitting your appointment. Our officer will contact you soon. Okay, and to really care about our senior citizens, I will say I will leave this message much more longer. I would say 30 seconds. Then only you close it and clear the whole page. Okay, when you scroll down, this is nothing much. Okay, this is very important, whereby you should enable this honeypot to prevent those bots that keep on spamming. This is a very advanced and intelligent kind of feature. Okay, which is much more better than the Google reCAPTCHA. Okay, when it's done, then for me, usually I will actually click this guy called prevent a page caching on form pages, so that if you already updated your form, it won't become not updated. So I just click this guy, then email. Okay, as per our current scenario is each of the time slots should have 200 submission, and then there are 5. And because this is a pandemic vaccination appointments, means it's going to be full, which means after this form completed, it should be have 1,000 submissions. So in terms of 1,000, I don't think it makes sense to receive each of the notification. So for now, I'm going to delete it. Okay, if you want to have email notification and so on, you can always come back here under email notification. Then next, integration. For now, I don't want to do anything. Setting, nothing much. That's it. Last thing I'm going to do is click publish. That's it. It's so simple. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you want to make sure when people visit the website, the only page and the landing page will be the form. So right now I'm going to come to this guy called page. Okay, you got this guy called page. Click here, and I'm going to create a new page. Just click this guy, new page. Okay, click it, and I'm going to name it COVID-19 pandemic vaccination appointment. This is just for example. Okay, that's a tutorial. I'm going to skip it. Come here. Okay, we count this guy. I'm going to remove the default HTML block. And did you see this block button? It's so simple. Click this, and you shall see a form here. Okay, once you click this, you will be surprised that the form you created automatically loaded here. The reason is, so far, you only have one form. That's why only the default and the only form loaded. If you have more than one, it will prompt you and choose which form to be presented. Okay, that one is not important. What's more important is it's already here. If you look at this guy, if I never fill up, it will prompt you in a red line, which is based on the setting we set just now. Okay, now it's completed. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to publish it and publish. Give you a few seconds, it's done. So let's view the page for a quick while. And you will be surprised in such a short time you managed to create a form. Okay, right now you're going to make sure your website is landed with this page only and nothing else. So what you're going to do is go back to this website, mouse over here, click dashboard. Then the next thing is you're going to set your default landing page to the page that you created. So what you're going to do is you come to setting, go to reading. Okay, your user is going to read your website. So click reading. Okay, once you reach this page, you're going to choose your static page in terms of our home page to the page that you created just now, called COVID-19 pandemic vaccination appointment. So I click this guy. When it's done, remember every changes that you make, you have to click a button called update or save changes or publish. Okay, after you save the changes, you can actually mouse over here and visit your website. Then you will see your landing page is the file. Okay, next thing you're going to do is optional. Okay, is to rebranding a little bit of your website. For example, you don't want to show Jacare here and you don't want to show the company here. So what you're going to do is you click this guy called customize. When you click this guy customize, it will actually show you the setting for you to change the whole website in terms of the global, means every other page will be seeing the same in terms of the header here and the footer here. So right now what I'm going to do is, okay, give me 1 second, let me double check I'm still here. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm come here. Okay, I'm going to set the header. I'm going to click this guy. And in terms of having so many things on the top bar and as well here, because this is just a purely one form, I'm going to click this preset. I'm going to choose a simplest header that I can. Okay, then I click publish. Remember, every single changes, please publish or update so that you will lose it, especially when your internet connection suddenly go down or anything. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to change is I'm going to update my footer. This is just for example. So instead of showing the company, I'm going to say here, team. This is just for example. Okay, then if you see this block here, right? I don't want to show a block here, so I just shift click. You straight away show you this element and then what you can do. So for now, I'm going to remove this guy. So it's empty. That's it. And remember, publish. Okay. When it's done, the very last thing you want to ask is, if I have the form already, I have the website. Okay. How about the submission data? Okay. Now I'm going to show you how easy to capture data as well as export the data. And last but not least, the very special feature about this form is it can periodically send you the updated submission data via email in CSV format. so that every day, if your form capture a new data, you will receive the fresh, brand updated submission data. Okay, so before that, let us try one time. Okay, remember this now we set 200.01 here. I'm going to put it here. And I'll put my name. I'm going to put my IC number, not the real one. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just going to test. Then I put 23, 23. Okay, I'm not going to put any apartment. I'm going to put city. I'm going to put state, postcode, and Malaysia. Okay, as simple as that, right? Submit appointment. That's it. So it will show submitting. Remember the setting just now? It will clear the form and show you this thank you note. And this thank you note will be presenting here up to 30 seconds. Then only it will refresh the page. So it's more than enough time for elderly or senior citizen who actually don't know what's happening. Okay, you can design your form any way that you want, but please do not set such a short time frame unless necessary, because not everyone can read as per your reading time. Consider that. Okay, so as you can see, the message has been gone and then it's empty, so everybody know this is done. Okay, now let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, mouse over to your website, then click this guy called dashboard. Okay, let's double check whether we managed to capture the data or not. So we come to Forminator Pro, then we click this guy called submission. After you click this submission, we should choose the form that we created. Then we click show submission. It's supposed to be have one data already here. See? I choose 8 AM to 9 AM just now and I submitted. So all the data is here. Imagine if I have 1000 and so. Okay. The simplest way to export this is just click this button here called export. Okay, I'm going to click this guy and I'm going to download. It's so simple. Just click. That's it. Voila. You have the CSV file. And remember just now I mentioned the best feature you can have is you enable schedule exports automatically and send to your email. So you no need to worry about you have to come to your website and double check every day or how long it is. So I'm going to enable this. The frequency I'm going to set is daily. Let's say my cutoff time is 11 PM. And I'm going to export the data, for example, just for example, at jabberley.com. Okay, this is another powerful filter whereby it's only send email if there are new submission. So let's say the first day there are 200 submission. Okay, I shall receive the email at 11 PM. Then the next day, let's say, and assuming there's no new submission, I receive none. So you won't be flooded with a lot of email, assuming you got a lot of forms, not just one website, you get a lot. So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to save it. That's it. It's really that simple. It can be done in such a short time. I hope that this simple tutorial will actually help a lot of people, especially during this pandemic time. As per the subject also, the vaccination is one of the key to really slow down, to tackle this pandemic. So I really believe I would say please stay home, stay safe, and if there's a chance for you to get vaccination, please do it. Don't hesitate. Okay, and that's all from me, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I really hope it will help you in any way it can. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you like this video, please like, and also please subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you wanted to learn anything else in terms of website or even Windows PC, anything. Okay, you can put in the comment and talk to us. I mean, reach out to me. Thank you very much. Once more time, stay home, stay safe.